Hello and welcome to another video. In today's video we're going to be doing a bit of snow preparation. Now where we live here in the UK we're not sure whether we'll get snow or not because it's quite unpredictable, but we're still going to prepare the Bolens HT20 for snow if it does come. Which at the moment we're only going to prepare this one tractor for snow because in previous years we have prepared multiple tractors for snow and then not gotten any, which would be a bit disappointing and would feel like a bit of a waste of time. But what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be fitting the HT20 with our homemade replica snowplow, which we made as an exact replica at the start or at the end of 2020 going into 2021. So this will be the second year of using this, since we used it last year a bit. Then we'll also be putting on the tyre chains that we used last year. But a new addition for this year is we'll be using a set of wheel weights to put on the rear wheels. Which these aren't genuine ones, these are replica ones which were commissioned by Dave Matthew here in the UK. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the tyre chains, which we have the back of the tractor jacked up and on axle stands at the moment. And we've also got the chains laid out. This one is going on the other side, this one is going on this tyre. Now with this set of tyre chains, the thing you've got to remember is that this fold over clip here needs to go on the outside, and then the other clip goes on the inside. And on these links that go across, you need to remember to keep the fold bit on the outside, because obviously you don't want those like puncturing your tyre as you're using them. But what I'll try and do now is just get this onto the tyre so I can turn the wheel and it brings a bit more on. Obviously a lot of people have different methods for how to get that on and do the first bit, but that seems to have worked for us. So we've got the chains on all around now, just sitting on there. And what we have done in advance is take the tyre pressure down, as was recommended to us in the comment section of last year's video. If I just fold the fold over clip here, that goes in there. You can see that's clipped on there, and we've got a few excess links, but you need to leave some excess links on this set of tyre chains so that it's actually tight. Going to put this cable tie through here, if I got it the right way, just to keep these extra links out of the way. There we go. And we've done it another link tighter than we did last year. So hopefully we won't need the bungee straps going across like we did last year. We've got the tyre chain on this side now as well. No video of it because it's the exact same process as was for the right hand side. But now we're going to be moving on to the wheel weights. Which wheel weights are as simple as getting a couple of carriage bolts and then putting them through these squares, obviously from the other side. Then putting the wheel weights on, which only needs 2 carriage bolts because there's only 2 holes in the wheel weights. And you're just putting the nuts on from the other side and they're on. Simple as that. However, because wheel weights are obviously quite heavy, I'm going to get my cameraman to help me with this, so we'll be back in a second. We've got both of the wheel weights on now, and we've dropped the tractor down off the axle stands. Now, it was our first time putting wheel weights on an HT, and it's a lot more difficult than a tube frame Bolens, because when you're trying to put the carriage bolt in and hold it at the right angle so that you can put the wheel weight on, and it lines up with the holes in the wheel weight, you've got to try and get past the brake disc, which is just inside there, as you can see. And you have to try and hold the carriage bolt head from around here, which is very awkward. So what we ended up doing was we put nuts inside there, so that would hold the, you can just about see them there, that would hold the bolts pointing out straight, so that we could just push the wheel weight on there and the bolts wouldn't move. And that seemed to work for both of the wheel weights on our HT. And what we're going to be doing now is fitting the blade. So we'll just roll the tractor forward and then we'll show you where it attaches. We've now pushed the tractor forward and lined it up with the blade frame. So this pivot attachment point goes on here, and then you have the push rod here, and the other end of it connects to the lift point up here, which we conveniently left in the down position, which should be quite helpful for fitting it, which we probably won't video because if I remember correctly it wasn't exactly the easiest last time. We've attached the blade now, which was 10 times easier than we remembered it, which first we just lifted up this end of the frame to line it up on both sides, and then we put the tractor's hydraulic position into the float position, which it isn't in at the moment, but float is all the way down where it stays down. And then we lifted up the front of the blade bit so that the end of the push rod lined up with the part on there. And then we left it in float, took the block and the jack out that was lifting the blade up, and we let it go down partly, but we then moved it up into the neutral position on the lift so that it stays there so we can move it around. Now, pretty much the final thing to attach this is to connect up the hydraulic lines, because of course this is a hydraulic tilt blade. Now, this line here goes to this connector, and then this line goes to this connector, which on these large frames there's two of these quick connectors on the front and the back, and we've got the dust covers in there, so what you do to take them out is pull the sleeve back, and then you just got to kind of pop it out like that, which then I'll take the dust cover off the line here and then fix this. Well, that one goes on that one, but still fix that on there. We've now got both of the hydraulic lines connected, so that's all pretty much fitted to the tractor now. We did just put some more polish on the front of the blade, so that if we do get some snow and we're snow ploughing, snow just rolls off the side of the blade and doesn't stick to it. And you've got to love the British climate, because as we noticed once we've just polished it a bit, you can see there's a couple of actual rust spots coming up through the blade, through the paint. Not helpful. Now I'm going to give the hydraulics a quick test, and we can see how it goes. The hydraulics works very well and we're pretty pleased with it. Now we have our snow setup ready if the weatherman decides to give us some snow. So to our American and Canadian viewers, chuck us some snowballs towards the UK because we're ready for it. But that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Please subscribe to my channel, like this video and see our other videos. More to follow as we do more on this tractor. Bye!